Thanks for checking in. Today's video is out of Rocky Hill, Connecticut. It's kind of an old video, but it shows what happens when you try to defend your property. It can go bad, and when it does, it goes bad real quick. Man comes out of his home when he sees on his Ring camera some guys trying to get into, well, one guy in the beginning tries to get into his car, does get into his car. He comes out, defends his property, and it goes bad real quick. Let's check it out. I'm gonna run through the whole video and then I'll back it up and then I'll give you my commentary. There's a lot to learn from this video, a lot. That jacket is important. I want to talk about that. Stomp, stomp. He getting the business. He getting the business. They giving it to him. Yep. Yep. Yeah. They gave him the business. Yeah. Alright, let's stop and I'm going to bring it back to the beginning. Alright, let me break down what I think was happening here. Some of what I can tell, and the rest of it is kind of like a big question mark on why certain things happen, but some things it's obvious. Let's check it out here. Alright. One guy comes up. Alright. Notice when he comes up, he's on his phone. More than likely he's talking to the guys in that car back there. The people that are in his car or in that car talking to him are probably, lookouts, keep an eye out, is there anybody coming up, make sure you watch my back, that type of thing. Because there's no other reason to be on a phone. I mean, what are you talking to your mom? Nah, you're not talking to your mom. Mom, I'm working right now. Yeah, he's working, but he's probably not talking to his mother. All right, let's continue. Opens up the door. Oh yeah, by the way, the best way to keep people out of your car is lock your door. I have no idea why this door is unlocked. Some people get very comfortable in quiet towns. This town is a quiet town. There's not much going on there, and that's a good thing. That type of quietness could give people that sense of, nothing's going to happen, and they leave the car door open, all right? I've had my car broken into once and my doors were locked, but it was a work van. I had a minivan, and it had one of those windows that would pop open like this, and they just reached in, and for those of you that know, like the Astro vans, the older Astro vans, I had one for work. They reached in, unlocked the door, and got in there and stole. I mean, it was worthless stuff to me. I mean, it was just stuff I had sitting around in it, but it was just the fact they got in there and stole stuff. That's what pissed me off. Wouldn't have happened if I had that window locked. And also in another house that I lived in, my car was not broken in, but people were in the driveway trying to get in, and they couldn't get in because I had the door locked. Keep your doors locked. That'll stop people from getting in your car and prevent this from happening. Alright, he's in there for a long time. Now chances are, he got out of that car prior. He got out of that car prior to him coming out. So you see he's in there doing his business, and then the man comes running out. And you see how He tried to get out of the car before the man got there. They probably told him, yo, he's coming, and he tried to get out and it was too late. Notice the position of this man right here. His back is to the car. The door is open to his right, and the guy, the suspect, is in front of him. If that suspect had a knife or a gun or something, that man is in a transitional space. He's in a spot like that, and he's like right in this area. You know what I mean? Car door, this is the car, and in this area here is the guy. There's nowhere to go. He's stuck. Dangerous thing to be doing. He should have turned that guy and pushed him into that car if he wanted to keep him there. He turned himself into that car where he can be pushed in there, and his boys could have came and got him and they could have killed him. I mean, that's something you don't do. You don't want to have your back up against the wall like that, and that's literally what that is, except the wall is a car. Let's continue. He's holding on to him. The guy's trying to get away. All right, he got away. He grabbed his jacket. If someone is trying to break into your car and they're trying to get away, I know it's a hard thing for people to do. Let them go. Let them go. Don't try to hold them there, because that causes them to escalate their efforts to get away, which means they might pull out a weapon. All right? Or their buddies are going to come, which is exactly what happened in this video. He turned around and came back for his jacket. There's probably something in that jacket that can identify him, or something important in there that he can't leave behind, because if it's just a jacket, you know, maybe he's worried about evidence on the jacket and he wanted to come back to get it, or it's just, that's my jacket, I'm not leaving it behind. I don't know, but he turns around, tries to get the jacket, and now again, transitional space. He's on the ground, his face is pointing towards the ground. And you can see in the background by the tree, his boys are coming. That's a problem. He doesn't even see that. His hand is on the ground. He's trying to stay up. Younger guy has him up against the ground, up against the wall. There's nowhere for him to go. Let the jacket go. Let the guy go. Let him get out of there. That's not what this man is doing. This man is fighting, I get it, but he's putting himself in more danger doing this. Here comes the other guy. He has no idea. Now he sees that there's another guy coming, and there's also, if you look back there by the car, there's another person coming. That's 3 people. He's on the ground. The second guy's coming. He can't get up and get out of there fast enough to defend himself. And there's another guy coming. He's in a bad situation. Boom. That kick right there could have knocked him out. I didn't even notice that the first time. I just paused it right at the right time. He gave him a good stomp. That man felt that. He felt that kick. That could have knocked him out, and that could have been it. Maybe they would have just took the jacket or whatever and ran, or went through his pockets, went through the car. Maybe he would have got curb stomped, but not good. You know, he's still holding on to something. They're kicking him, holding him. Again, transitional space. Look at him. He's hooking the man's leg. He's doing everything to keep that guy there. Boom. He's holding on to something. They're kicking him again. Holding on to his leg. They're kicking. They're giving them the good business too. Real good business. I want you to notice something. This guy here in the black and white tennis shoes here with the hoodie on, black hoodie or gray hoodie, up against the wall, he looks like the most least experienced and somebody that really doesn't want to be there. He's not sure about what's going on. He's probably new to this. These guys probably said, yo, come on with us. And he never did this before. Maybe, but he doesn't look like he wants to be there. That helped that guy, because if that guy, that third guy, was someone who was a fighter and was used to this, he would have been in there stomping that man. That man would have had no chance. They got him on his back, bad position right there. Let me back that up a little bit. They rolled him, kicking him, hitting him with a weapon, which is the shoe. Now he's on his back right there. Look at the guy in the black, the one I was just talking about with the white shoes, white tennis shoes. He could curb stomp his head to the ground right now. He's not doing that, but he can. If he does that, that guy is out completely. Out completely. He doesn't have a gun on him, the homeowner. At least I don't think he does. Thank God he didn't, because that would have made that situation way worse. This is why I tell people, get some empty-handed skills. Learn to fight with your hands. Stop thinking everything is about a gun. Learn to fight, but at the same time, when that guy first tried to get away, let him go, and none of this would be going on right now. Let's continue. Hitting him, hitting him. Here comes the fourth guy. Get it, get it, get it. They said something. He's giving them the business. All right. These guys were violent, but not that violent, and that's a good thing. Notice the homeowner, the husband there, hooks the guy's leg. He's got his back to the suspect. If that suspect wanted to choke him out to get him off of him, he could have choked him unconscious. Not a good thing. The jacket that the kid came back for is still on the ground. The lady yelling made them forget about all of that, and they all took off. The jacket they came back for, they never got. I don't know what this other object on the ground is. Maybe a hat, gloves. I don't know, but you know, it's just what I'm telling you. It's not. Look at, he's holding on to him. Let him go. Let him go. He's probably holding on to him because he doesn't want him to get away. He wants him to go to jail. You gonna hold on to him that long before the police get there? No, you're not. You're not gonna hold on to him. If he did hold on to him, or held on to him rather, the guys would have got out the car or maybe drove the car up the driveway, got out and really hurt the man to make him let go of their boy. He's lucky that this is all they did, because had these been more violent, experienced criminals, that man definitely would have been dealt his worst day of his life. He's lucky he survived that. Very lucky that he survived. I don't know. I mean, I get it. That's your car. I get it. You don't want people in your car. People get fed up. But don't get so fed up with someone doing something to your property that you forget you still have a life that you have to defend. He could have came outside, maybe if he had some pepper spray. That would have been enough to make him go, but he came outside with nothing but an attitude. He had the will to fight, but look where he is, on the ground, beaten, battered. I don't know if these other cars in the background had anything to do with it. They took off. So she was already on the phone with the police or with 911 before they took off. And this man protected his vehicle. But people, what I'm saying is, if you're going to confront someone, I would yell before actually making physical contact, because that could make them leave. This man wanted them to get caught, and he wanted to hold them. He wanted justice. He wanted justice. Who do you think you are, is what he said to the guy. And he did not want them to go. He wanted to hand the justice out. The police show up. He turns them over to the cops. I get it. Don't do that. Don't do that. People have lost their lives like that. So, in conclusion, don't get so fed up in protecting your property with reasonable physical force, because reasonable physical force can escalate a deadly force, and he's lucky he didn't die. He could have came outside with the weapon on him and defended his property with reasonable physical force, and if they escalated it, then yeah, I get it. But you can always have your gun taken from you. It can fall off of you, or they can grab onto the gun at that close range, grab onto it, take it out of battery where it won't even fire, for those that know firearms, you know. Or if you have a revolver, you might hit him a couple of times, but he had multiple people. What if one of them would have had a gun? It's not worth it. There's too many variables. He's lucky. All right? So let this be a lesson to you. Keep checking my channel for more videos that I review. Just don't do this. don't. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Just call the police. Yell at him. Her yelling over the intercom made him go. He could have yelled and made the first guy go without ever touching him. All right, so check my videos out. Keep checking the channel out for more stuff like this, and I'll get back with y'all later on.